Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Citations to you, Akim, out there pushing this truth with sincerity and fearlessness. Back at you with another lesson, man. Oh my gosh. This is a time where Satan is trying to sift brothers out. You know, this is a time where tests are coming from many ways from the Lord, man, and brothers got to stay intact. Man, you got all types of government still shut down, and you still got civil unrest in many different places, and it's going to get even more intense. All right, people being laid off, even including myself. I mean, I'm not. Well, yeah, pretty much laid off as of today. And things are getting real tough out here, man. And the prophets have told, the brothers out there on the highways and byways have told the people, and there's all types of stuff going on. There's a lot of scoffing, a lot of joking around. Shit's finna, you got the government shut down and shit like that, and you got motherfuckers like Drewski and shit joking about the prophets. We're gonna cover that right here. Joking and shit. Motherfuckers like Drewski joking around and playing games about this truth here. Then that's all Jake do is joke. Matter of fact, bear with me here. Joke. That's all these people do. Now look at this guy. This guy Drewski is gonna be put to death, man. Yeah, judgment is coming for you 2/3, man. All right? Judgment is coming for mocking the prophets. All right? Like it's a joke. Proverbs chapter 9, Proverbs chapter 14, verse 9. Fools make a mock at sin, but among the righteous there is favor. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 9, again in the GNT, Good News Translation. Foolish people don't care if they sin, but good people want to be forgiven. So that's the spirit of these 2/3, man. They just think it's a fucking joke. They think it's a joke to just go out and sin and not take heed, not hearken into this warning that the gospel is telling them about prophecy. They just want to joke. They think they're going to be the next fucking comedian in this wicked ass world that's fallen. Even with so much money and so much success, even Drewski doesn't have the discernment. And that's why he's going to be judged. It's many brothers many motherfucking scoffers out there that did all this shit and are dead now. All right? And it's happening. All right? He ain't do nothing but set the terrain. And also, the multitude is following it. The multitude is laughing. When brothers out there, that's all they probably don't think about is Drewski. All right? And that's setting up. Now everybody doesn't have an excuse. Drewski is a known fucking star. He was good. He's good. He has got the masses. All right, so now the masses know about the Israelites. Now it's time for them to hearken. Now it's time to. Now they have no excuse. There's no excuse for their sins. All right. He's got, and then he got extras. He got Esau right there. Esau's behind this ultimately. Esau is the puppet of these guys. When you see these guys in these betting commercials, bet $5 at draft picks. He's in there. Kevin Hart's in there. These guys are part of the puppets. These are the Esau's luminaries, and people that can, influencers. You know what I mean? And he got this. Esau is the puppet master. You see, he's talking about this and this. He's gonna be the color of my skin. I'm gonna tell you this, man. I've been in this truth for probably 6 years, 5 years. I ain't never heard of, in this truth, we ain't never sit there and be like, for skin colors, we always talking about, we come from, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true Hebrew Israelites, okay? So that's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They want to put the blackity black, when we're not even all black. We're not. The 2/3 are going to put the judge. We don't like you niggas. God don't like you niggas. So it ain't that. It kind of vexes you, but ultimately you can't do nothing against the truth but for it. And Jake hilarious, man, for this shit. Taking off the motherfucker. Now they, you know what I'm saying? Take off the shit. Now they hopping down on the Edomites. Yeah, it's a little hilarious, but at the same time, you're gonna be put to death, brother. Jake real good at joking. What it said, he surpassed the deed, the deeds of the wicked, Second Corinthians chapter 13, verse 8. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for it. So just because they were joking and laughing and playing these games, you can't do nothing against this truth. Now, some people may wake up. Some people may do their own research because, like, wow, because they see these people all on the highways and byways. The stocks. The stocks on the men of the Lord are going higher up and higher up. All right, it's going higher up and higher up, man. And Jake is really solidifying their lot when they do these jokes and playing these fucking games, man. Instead of repenting, because this. Hey, nobody's exempt. I don't give a fuck what kind of status you got. Nobody's fucking exempt, man. All right. Let's do it. We got more. Ain't nobody exempt, man. Nobody exempt from none of this. And these banks are finna start collapsing. It's finna be Jacob's trouble, man. It's gonna be an uproar of the people. go down, man. It's finna be Jacob's trouble and sedition among men. Because, I mean, think about it. You know, and look, sedition means conduct and speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. When people are going to rebel, you know, didn't they just have like a no kings thing? Because they're not going to give a fuck about who's the president. They don't give a fuck about who's trying to be the head or some shit. You know, second Esdras, chapter 15. Let's go to 18, I believe. KJV. All right. Oh, well, let's go to the full chapter. All right. And look at here. Looky here. All right. So this place is, you know, imagine, you know, people can't pay their bills. People, you know, can't get to their money. You know, it's finna be an all-out fucked up place. People are it's gonna be murders. It's gonna be crime. There's gonna be all types of shit. All right, people are gonna be evicted. It's gonna be a lot of stuff going on to the point where it's more and more evil. It's more and more sedition among men, and more people are gonna be like, shit, hey, you know, fuck this government. But Second Esdras chapter 15 verse 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. For there shall be sedition among men. All right? And we just got the definition as sedition, you know, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So we got Donald Trump being the so-called king that wants to had this authority. People are not respecting that shit. People are not going to respect. They're going to go into a full-on uproar. They do not trust the government anymore because of this government shutdown and shit like that. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Okay, so let them people that can't pay them bills, you know, they finna start going fucking crazy, man. They're already going crazy because of the EBT ain't coming on the 1st, which is tomorrow. It's finna get crazy, man. All right? If men shall be afraid, so if the men are afraid, no, the women are going to be super fucking afraid. And the women are finna be victims. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and the modern day sword is the gun, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for the great tribulation, right? The storehouses are going to be empty. Nobody can go get dollars and money at their bank accounts, all right? You know, everything is finna be fucked up, man. You know, things are finna get even more rancid, man, all right? And in the midst of this, the love of people are waxing cold. The love of many is waxing cold. Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. People are getting real cold. You can feel it. You can feel the coldness in these people's, in their hearts, you know. You can feel it. People are not able to pay their fucking mortgage right now, man, because of the squeeze DJ Trump has put on this economy. And he's doing it purposely. This is all part of the prophecy, man. Because they want to get this MOTB. They want to implement this digital technocracy that they're going on. This is a black swan event. This is going to be the orchestrated shit that they've already planned out, you know. Yep, everything's due on the first, man. And guess what? A lot of these people, they get all wrapped up in all types of BS, man, and end up, you know, and then guess what? Holidays are coming. You know how 2/3 get when the holidays and when they can't get their presents for the pagan ass devil ass Christmas. When they can't get the fucking wicked ass witchcraftery of Thanksgiving meal on their fucking table. They're gonna go fucking crazy. They're gonna start stealing turkeys. That's how this 2/3 are fucked, man. They're fucked. It's finna be bad. All right. People, this is like, it's historical. These are the times with the holidays, and it's finna get cold, where people start getting, you know, then what this economy's going. It's finna get bad, man. Which is the Bible speaks on this Jacob's trouble and all this stuff. This is finna get bad. Trump is already deploying people in different places, you know. People are already on the internet talking about, so we finna ramshack this store and this store, and that's gonna make it bad. That's gonna make them have security. That's gonna make them try to implement the CHIP, all right, so they can monitor who's coming into these stores, and you know because you know they got excuses to implement shit. Yep, it's gonna be a domino effect. Yep, storehouses shall be empty. Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 22, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Yeah, because things are going to trickle domino effect, man. These places are going to be ramshacked. People are going to be starving, because America has what they call, America has what you call it, spoiled, my people have been Isaiah chapter 42, verse 22, but this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none safe restore. All right. Our people are since they've been living in wickedness, they're going to be put to death, and they're spoiled. They're all fucked up. They're kidnapped victims of this society, and unfortunately, they are just like their father, the devil. All right, and they're it is what it is, man. And this place has to go. Jacob's trouble is on the way. All right. Jacob's trouble is on the fucking way. Jeremiah chapter 60, verse 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. All right. So right now, you can see, I would go places, even to, I see certain old folks, man, these people finna feel it. Like in the middle of October when you start hearing the news, these people finna feel it. There's certain people that know and see it, but it's people that don't have a fucking clue. You see bitches on there, these women, Eve, they were on their fucking, they're sitting there getting their nails done, they're having parties and gatherings and shit like that, spending money, and they don't know what the fuck is coming. They don't know it's finna be civil unrest. They don't know it's finna be bad. Hell, my woman, my demon at my house, man. I ain't been in my house. She talking crazy, then ran me off, and I had to get the fuck up from out of there, man. The demon, what this guy will, whether sitting with a dragon in there, deal with a clamorous woman. I had to keep going. I had to get the fuck away from that shit because the demon was taking over her. And they don't see it. They don't understand the test that the Lord is putting them through, and that these people are setting themselves up for destruction that's coming. It's around the corner. At last, for that day is great. And that's where these people are going to be scared, paleness. For at last, for that day is great. It's going to be a great day. So that none is like it. And I ain't talking about great as in good. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved, and the elect shall be saved. That's why we're supposed to be doing what we're doing and stand strong now. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst the bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. All right. So, man, it's finna be tough, man. DJ Trump is already making it a police state. I think they're getting themselves ready. I think he's starting to get his nuclear bomb testing. It's a lot of fucking shit going on outside of this thing. War, threats of war. All right. It's happening, man. This is prophecy. And people are not paying attention. They're going to be hit. They're going to be hit out of nowhere. All right. Your wicked ass pastors aren't warning the people. They steady, being wicked. It's finna be bad, and it's a perilous time. It's evil times. These are evil times, man. These are some evil fucking times, man. And it's time to gird up our loins. Even through all the turbulations that we going through, man. You know, it's time to gird up our loins, man. That famine of the word's coming. All that stuff, man. It's time to really, you know, be men about this thing and be unmovable. Because these people, you know, the world wants to make you into a bitch and not, you know, and back down and be a bitch to this society. And we standing up for the Lord. We standing for Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Kahakudash. All right? And many brothers are going through trials and tribulations, you know, and that's the test. You know, trying to, you know, see how strong you are. The devil trying to sift us out, man. The devil trying to get us away from our salvation, man. And we gotta hold on strong to our salvation, man. We gotta hold on strong, man. You know, we want to be blameless, man. You know, no cloak for, you know, we want, you know, because with that shit, with the Drewski thing, man. There's no cloak for the people that see that shit and laugh and giggle, laugh now, cry later, you know. You know, and the cloak, that's, you know, that's a covering. You know what I'm saying? That's a covering, man. You know, just like you got an invisible cloak with in Harry Potter and shit. He was invisible as a cloak. It covered me. He was protected. So there's no cloak, man. There's no cloak if you sitting here playing games and you see Drewski playing these fucking games and you see these brothers out there on the highways and byways with the message. You see him as a joke. Well, at the same time, man, you're gonna be held accountable, man, because, you know, motherfuckers supposed to get that word, man, get the good gospel and change their ways and examine themselves and get right for this destruction come before this for the Lord come back. All right, so you can be blameless. John chapter 15 verse 22. If I had not come and spoken to them, they had not had sin, but now they have no cloak for their sins. Look, there's no cloak for their sins, man, because this truth is worldwide now. People have no excuse. They've walked past it and still and despised it, threw it upon them. They're going to be in pitiful case. All right? That pitiful case is coming. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, cast them away despitefully. And they have cast them away despitefully, shall dwell in torment. A lot of torment's coming, man, for you 2/3 that think shit is a game, and you're setting your lots. All right, you're setting your lots up, man. You ain't out there doing and standing up for the Lord. You're sitting there being a bitch and for the devil. All right, and you got to pay for that. With that, I hope the elect was edified. I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Kahakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Hope is shalom to the elect. Shalom, Yahweh Shai, Shai, Barakatah to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. All right, hope the elect was edified. Until next time, shalom. Kwam Yasharallah.